The three wise men, the three wise men, the three wise men of wrestling, drinking a Guinness from a little old tin, the three wise men of wrestling.
Welcome to episode 2 of Three Wise Men of Wrestling, take 2. Sadly, take 1 was lost after our microphone wasn't switched on, however.
And that was nobody's fault.
Not at all. Our very own Q in the corner, Dave.
Yeah. We in the first take of this introduction, we had just explained the format of the show, which is we're going to do our reactions to Raw 25, to NXT Takeover, and then make some predictions for tonight's Royal Rumble pay-per-view. So the quiz tonight is going to be slightly different. It's going to be predictions based for the Royal Rumble, which we'll watch, and then we'll record some reaction to put at the end of this episode.
And also, we're talking about we're currently watching the pre-show. So Anderson and Gallows versus the Revival. We believe the club will be going over.
We hope the club
It's
will be
looking
going
like
over
that.
Yeah.
The Gallows seems to be dominating right now.
It would make no sense with the momentum behind the club reuniting with Finn. It would make absolutely no sense for the Revival, who have just been buried consistently, to beat them. And it looks like, is this going to be the Magic Killer?
Oh, Magic Killer here. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Okay, should we move on before we just start doing commentary, guys?
God forbid. Anyway, Raw 25.
My God!
Without repeating ourselves, what we basically said was Austin Stunner to McMahon was great.
Excellent.
Good fun.
Yeah, it's a good opening.
Rest of the show, Raw 25, quite disappointing.
Yes.
So any other spots from there in particular that you want to go over?
I was very disappointed with the Chris Jericho sections.
Well, he really just kind of showed up.
Yeah, it was just a
He showed up,
small appearance.
did a really tiny bit with Elias, wore an Alpha Club t-shirt, which I was quite shocked at.
Yeah.
Well,
It's interesting that he kind of put the scarf on top, and it was like none of that stuff had happened. It was kind of saying to the audience,
it was just-
it didn't happen here, so it doesn't exist.
it was back to Bliss of Jericho.
Mm.
The Revival have just stole a cheeky pin.
Oh, why? Why would they do that? I mean, it's so predictable that they would do that. The club had all that momentum going with them.
It was a cheeky pin. It wasn't expected.
Why have the Revival in that segment at Raw 25?
Yeah, why
If
bury
you're
them?
then
if
immediately
have,
gonna-
like, if they're going to have a rivalry with the club now, why did you have a bunch of pensioners
Yeah.
like beat them?
Yeah, basically. But any segments that you guys really liked, didn't like?
Well, I think we should go over what we liked because I think that will be a shorter list.
What Undertaker segment? I tell you what I liked about it.
5 minutes of him really not saying anything whatsoever.
I liked that he didn't have his hat and his gloves.
Yeah, because he left him in the ring.
He had his cloak,
Yeah.
which means is the Gravedigger retired, but the magician's still alive.
What I mean, I don't know what that sentence means, but I kind of thought that could have worked if he'd actually said something that meant anything.
Yeah.
I think he hinted at finally putting down Kane, because everyone he mentioned has retired. Last person he mentioned was Kane, and it was, I want them all to finally rest in peace.
So is that his hand-chosen retirement match?
Yes.
It should really retire them both.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think that is the two of them retiring together. The Brothers of Destruction will take themselves out together.
I mean, that is probably the only thing left. So to maybe giving them too much credit, is the storyline then that The Undertaker costs Kane in the main event tonight?
Very well. Could be.
Because
Could be.
that is a really well-told story,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which means it's never going to happen.
No, this is not going to happen.
We could hear a gong tonight, and the crowd will pop like mad, along with a few boos, I think, as well, though, because a lot of people just want the Undertaker to be retired.
Yeah, but I'm of the camp that last match with Reigns was actually quite rubbish, and I want The Undertaker to retire like Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, a match like that.
Yeah, it's just he doesn't look fit either. He looks
Apparently, he's fitter than ever
old,
right now.
but Well, they say that every year though.
Yeah.
Fitter than ever.
Yeah.
Fitter than in 1997.
Because apparently he's had surgery, hip surgery or something like that.
So
and
did
they were
Andy
saying that
Murray,
he's
and we're still
gives
seeing
it-
him back on the
Right.
court just yet.
All right.
But-
Any other sections?
the
I liked the Miz getting the IC
yeah.
title.
I was just what I was about to say. The Miz versus Roman Reigns was
Good
quite
match.
Good. Yep.
It felt though that. Imagine if all the legends turning up and all the nostalgia stuff had all been. They were talking about that match and they
Yeah.
were kind of hyping that match. And
I would
saying
I would
this
have
is-
picked that match as the main event.
Well, the actual main event promo thing was rubbish.
Was
wasn't
rubbish,
it?
yeah. But I feel this was WWE's chance to, because you're going to have viewers that are
Tuning back in.
tuning
for the
back
first
in,
time,
not
yeah.
normally going to hear them.
Yeah.
So surely you would have some sort of big title match or something like that in the main event for to get people.
Well, that is a big title match. Roman Reigns is the main guy.
Yeah, but it was just thrown in
He
the
is
middle.
the
It was thrown
guy.
in the middle of the
Yeah, I mean,
the show.
that could have been a great match,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was a good match. But what was missing from it was any kind of stakes.
Yeah.
It didn't. You were kind of happy that the Miz got the Intercontinental title, but
But new Roman's going to be in the Royal Rumble.
it didn't feel like any loss to Reigns.
No, it didn't. But that title never felt like anything on Reigns at all.
Yeah, which is really bad.
That was just. I still put that down to. Now Roman Reigns has got the so-called Grand Slam. Roman Reigns could come out and say, "Doesn't matter that I lost that belt. I've won and lost every belt for this company. I've held every single title." Then all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and my
We're
client
getting,
holds the only
we're getting
title.
all the impressions
Yeah,
this
sorry.
podcast.
Yeah. It's good to see Howard Finkel from back for Raw 25.
My client holds the only title that you, Roman Reigns, have never held.
Is that right? Has he never had that one?
He's never had the Universal Championship.
I guess there's not many people have.
No.
I think though that works better as a heel. You know, Roman Reigns is a heel coming out and saying, "I've won everything." I've done absolutely everything.
There's many points where I've said Roman Reigns would work better as a heel, but it's never going to happen.
Because he is good. He's just
Yep.
not like
Well,
the guy
think
that
that's
everybody
heel.
loves.
I think that's rejected by the crowd. Like, come on, guys, just like, I've tried everything. I've done everything for you. I've won every belt to prove my worth to you.
Yeah.
Then he comes out, no, you haven't.
But Vince won't turn me heel, so it's never going to. I'm never going to get cheated.
I don't think that's you need to be heel to do that.
But
Plus, he always like toes the line a bit.
he's a classic modern day superstar that goes out and reads the scripted promo.
He's
Wolverine
or Deadpool. He's the anti-hero.
Is he?
That's what they want him to be.
Oh, but he's not though, is he?
No, he's no.
No, but that's what I think. That's what they
He's
want him
not.
to be. Like, he's not full heel, but he's not just a good guy.
Well, he's not even a good guy.
he's
Overall, Raw 25.
Alundra Blaze has turned up.
Oh, she's
well.
there.
I had her as a surprise entrant in the Royal
Medusa.
Rumble.
So well, she could be.
Yeah,
She could be.
because she
That's interesting.
was interviewed for like the Mae Young Classic and stuff.
I think so, yeah.
She
Yeah.
had that tie.
Interesting stuff.
Interesting.
So overall, Raw 25.
Negative reviews all
Negative.
round.
I thought though, as you say, each segment, in and of itself, probably wasn't that bad. It was just that's actually the kind of thing WWE usually do really well. The big nostalgia nights and
Yeah.
Raw 1000 and stuff like that. It's usually pretty good.
I think
And it was really
made
bland.
it worse because it was the go home Raw before the Royal Rumble. We're expecting so much more.
Yeah, and was Vince distracted with his XFL
Probably.
announcement?
Possibly.
And just kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has a writing team.
I know.
But the writing team always comes second to Vince McMahon's decisions.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know how. Obviously,
Oh,
I don't know
well,
how
Stone
how it
Cold
properly
Cold
works
Star.
backstage. But it just seemed very.
Well, let's not get too negative. Let's jump to something that was, I think, was pretty positive. Was NXT Takeover
Extremely positive.
That
in
was
Philly.
what a show that was.
Pretty much every match was a winner.
Yep.
Really, yeah.
The tag match was. I thought both teams came out of that looking strong.
Yeah.
They done
And-
thing that. I think the Authors of Pain have improved massively. I quite enjoy the Authors
Yeah.
of Pain.
They're
Undisputed.
really entertaining, and
Yeah.
that the way they worked the knee there, the finish was great actually. The way they just
Yeah,
spent the
the-
whole thing working
Yeah.
the knee,
Mhm.
and then they lost his bearings at the end. It
It
was
was
a
good. It
double
showed a
powerbomb.
good technical game from the Undisputed Era.
Yeah, and it kind of what I like about NXT is that you don't get repeat champions that often.
Yeah.
I don't. Has there ever been a repeat tag team champion? I don't think there
I
has.
don't think there's been a repeat tag champion.
Because
The only repeat champions really were Shinsuke and Joe.
Samoa, aye.
yeah, it makes it feel like a big deal when championships change. And then Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream.
Yes, Velveteen Dream's phenomenal.
He is a future main eventer. My God, I love Velveteen Dream. He was the man I was looking forward to most last night.
He was
Even though it was like a last minute match against Cassius Ohno.
yeah, and a lot of people are saying Cassius Ohno's now going to jump to the main roster. I kind of feel like he does a job in NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a stepping stone guy. Once you get your victory against him, then you're kind of on your way to the main event.
I still think Cassius Ohno's a bit. He looked on the unfit side, but
Yeah, he has since he came back.
yeah, he
but
just seems pretty out of breath early in the match as well.
But
Yeah.
he's,
he does some amazing technical things.
He
for
does.
a guy that
Mhm.
size, though. That's the only thing. But
I like the whole thing, where like Dream came out and he was like, oh, I feel bad calling him Dream. Every time I say Dream, I think of Dusty Rhodes. Rest in peace, Dusty. But Velveteen Dream, when he came out backstage and he was going on about how he's was going to beat the knockout artist by knocking him out within 30 seconds. And the crowd got totally behind that out of nowhere and started counting down to 30 seconds.
He's a good presence, I think.
Yeah.
I like
Velveteen.
NXT. Every match tells a clear story.
Yeah.
And with Velveteen Dream, he carries it so well. He actually has got the swagger of someone from the Attitude Era without people talk about the Attitude Era just being kind of blood and guts and everything turned up to 11. He has got that presence and that swagger while totally working in a modern day kind of setting.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's almost like Chris Jericho when he first turned up on Raw.
Yep.
That sheer confidence of himself, that, like, Raw is Jericho.
It's something about being so smug and arrogant, yet the crowd's loving it.
Yeah.
It's quite a rare thing. So it'd be. I think if they put him in the main roster correctly, he could be a massive star.
I was just about to say this. I don't think they will. I think he'll get ruined when
He will get
goes
ruined.
up to the
They'll
main
put him
show.
against Matt Hardy.
I think he'll do better than someone like Tyler Breeze, but I think it'll be the same issue. You
Yeah.
know, when Tyler Breeze was NXT, that gimmick
The
worked
Prince
really
Ray
well.
thing, yeah.
And they kind of changed it completely by the time it landed on Raw. He was this kind of selfie stick idiot, which before he still had all those components, but he had a confidence to him.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
Like he was selfish and an idiot because he knew he was the best.
Yeah. So,
And now he's just more like a spoiled child.
and my only slight complaint about NXT was that the Aleister Black Adam Cole match felt to me like the main event. It felt like that was the biggest match.
I
On
thought
offer.
that until I watched the match.
That's how I felt until I seen the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Johnny Gargano, that match lived up to being a main event once I saw it. But when Aleister Black and Adam Cole was in, I was like, you can't top that. That was
Yeah.
a great match.
Yeah. But
They did top it in the end. I felt.
Shayna
but-
Baszler really showed a lot as well,
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Like,
She
she's
still needs to adjust slightly, I think, to the wrestling style, but she was really, really good.
But they protected her. They booked
Yeah.
her in the perfect way.
Mm.
And they made Ember Moon seem like a great champion and still made her they both came out of it well. if you
That
know
last
what I mean.
sequence was well done, I thought. Like, she was
I'm-
struggling to get out
Yeah.
the submissions and then
I'm
managed
not the
to roll
biggest
her up.
fan of Emberman.
I
And
think
it's-
she's a great babyface.
I think it's her gimmick. I can't get behind her gimmick.
No, I think she's quite good.
Yeah.
It's just
No, you're
doesn't work for me, sadly.
unfortunately, you're wrong. Anyway, NXT Takeover, thumbs up. Raw
Excellent,
25,
excellent,
thumbs down.
Yeah.
That-
Aye. Well,
Aye.
I'll give it a middle thumb.
A middle thumb.
Yeah.
What? A middle thumb?
Like, not up, not down, just in the middle. It's the bar.
All right. You'll give it a middle thumb.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, there
Because,
we-
like
there we
I
have it.
said, I'm going to try and look at it as the individual sections I really enjoyed.
Right.
And there's a lot from that night that I look back and I think, that was brilliant.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it. Middle thumb Thumb up. Shall we move on to the predictions, since we've got about half an hour to go before the Rumble kicks off? I'm just looking at who doesn't have pizza in their mouth right now before I ask the first question. So, what we're going to do, we're not going to do every single match, because I wasn't sure what was going to be on the pre-show and what wasn't. So we've got a list here. Shall we start with the championship matches and then do the Rumbles after? So
yes, let's do that, yeah.
let's start with the WWE Championship match. I'll start with Mr. Kieran Brannan. What do you think's going to happen?
Oh, I'm totally torn on this. Like, AJ Styles is going to retain. That's what I'm going to say. But in my heart, I want Sami Zayn to win this title. This is the first real, title push I felt like he's really had in the main roster. I just want him to take it.
I really want Sami Zayn to win just any title.
Yeah.
Even if it's a tag team thing, he deserves it.
He does. And I think that's why I really think, maybe
They could do a real underdog thing with Sami Zayn.
Well, that was you saying, the underdog from the underground.
Yeah, I know, but like a proper...
I think he's a good heel at the moment. I think he's a good, annoying, chirpy
Yeah.
heel.
But I think, AJ Styles is going to retain. And that's going to be thanks to Shane McMahon interference.
I think there is going to be interference.
Setting up Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon, WrestleMania.
Have they clarified the whole co-champions, not co-champions thing?
I think it's... You remember when Jericho and Owens were best friends and it was like, if I'm the US champion, you're the US champion, kind of thing. I think they're maybe thinking about along as they sort of
Or
lines,
is it just one of them?
not the Lay Cool situation where they split the belt in half.
That would be terrible. That doesn't. It's not going to happen again.
Yeah. What are you talking about? That was awesome. Every storyline Lee Cool was involved in was gold. What are you talking about? Piggy James, all of them. They were all classics, winners. Okay, so you're going AJ to retain.
Mm-hmm.
Any other predictions on the side? Any? You're going to be specific?
Well, I think Shane's going to do something. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. I just know he's going to do something to totally throw off the balance of the match.
Yeah.
And I think it's because Kevin Owens injured his leg the other day there. Maybe Shane's going to come down side of the match.
Was that a work for the match?
Well, I think he's got to sweep his leg from the side to injure him. And then Sami will eat the pin, sadly, yet again.
I mean, that's what Sami Zayn does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. The only person that ever beats is Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going AJ Styles as well. But I can't believe that AJ Styles will pin one of them clean. I think there's got to be interference in there or some sort of...
Does it say...
Yep.
I mean, the rumour, or maybe the wishful thinking is it's AJ Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania.
Maybe.
Is that what's getting set up tonight?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Come on, guys, I really want to see it.
As much as I think we all want to see Daniel Bryan back,
Not gonna happen.
it's not going to happen.
Okay,
No.
fine, just shoot down my dreams.
Sadly.
Right, second championship match. Another 3-man thing. I think both these championships matches are strangely convoluted.
Yeah.
They're not
they are.
great stories or rivalries, but they might be good matches. They don't always go hand in hand. But Universal Championship for Monday Night Raw, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and Kane. I've almost forgot about Kane. James, who are you taking and why?
Brock Lesnar, because I believe they're just going to set up the Lesnar versus Reigns match for WrestleMania. I can't see Kane winning. 50-year-old Kane, who just seems to have been thrown in there.
Well,
is he getting one last run?
you never know.
I don't
He
think
might
so.
take the title, then Undertaker might take it at Fastlane. Undertaker defends.
Undertaker's taking it at Fastlane.
Aye.
Right.
Stranger things have happened. Is there a chance at Undertaker Kane? I mean, everyone's talked about Undertaker Cena.
Just quickly interrupting. Bobby Roode is entering the glorious one. So we're
For
still
his,
part of the kickoff. We're going to find out shortly who
he's-
has accepted
United
open
States
challenge.
his
Yeah.
open challenge. Will it be Dolph Ziggler? Will it be someone else? Will it be Mojo Rawley?
If it's Dolph Ziggler, which is a big return thing for a big...
For
I
the
think,
pre-show.
why is it on the pre-show?
Yeah. Ziggler's like really quite high up in the odds for turning up and winning the Rumble as well. He's up
That would
there.
be amazing. That would be actually
That
amazing.
would be.
I
but
would love
just
to see Ziggler do it, but
But
wonder why Ziggler, after all this time, is suddenly going to get a big push like that.
there's so many opportunities to make this pay-per-view tonight amazing.
Yeah.
And
Well,
just, I'm
they'll
so
all be missed.
suspicious.
they'll all be missed either. Like as much as we haven't really spoke about him yet. Is it John? Is it Big Match John? Does Big Match John come on the kickoff?
Not on the pre-show.
There's no way Big Match
There's
John
no way
turns up
he's
on
gone
the
on the
pre-show, is there?
pre-show.
No,
No.
that's fair.
Who else could it be?
I really don't know.
Kurt Hawkins?
That would be hilarious.
Do they really just
wins? Kurt Hawkins wins the
do
US
they
title.
really just pull in gender?
I mean,
MVP? There was rumours of him.
yeah, it could be.
There was rumours of
But
MVP.
he's probably Rumble. The thing is, I mean, Rude's got to retain. There's no way he's losing it on the Rumble pre-show. So whoever it is, I feel is going to be slightly disappointing.
I might quote you on that in 5 minutes time when Vince McMahon has went, no, I don't like that Canadian guy. Let's he's going to make a promo, so let's keep talking about the Universal title match.
Universal title match, right?
You said Lesnar.
Lesnar,
Who's he pinning? Kane.
Kane. It's got to be
Right.
Kane. We've got to keep Braun looking strong.
Is there any funny business going on? Who's Braun facing at WrestleMania? They're talking about the Miz now. Braun versus the Miz.
Yeah, Ron to take the IC championship at Mania, which
He needs a championship.
not the IC championship though.
I think he could be good with that.
Yeah,
I think the longer they keep the belt off him, the more it'll mean when they take him.
Yeah.
He should be the guy that beats Brock down the line.
He should be.
Maybe that's like SummerSlam or something.
Mm.
But
He should have been the guy who is beating Brock at Mania.
I don't think he's going to fade away. I think if they book him right, he will still be over,
Yeah.
and they should do it down the line.
No,
Who are you taking?
Brock Lesnar, the
If you guys keep-
reigning,
if you guys
defending, undisputed champion.
If you guys keep doing this, there's not going to be any.
Right.
It's going to
I
be
know.
a draw.
That's why I think when it gets to the Rumble, there's going to be discrepancies.
Okay, so you're in complete agreement with everything James just said.
Apparently, so. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, you're meant
Is
to
it
be
not
the
been-
one that comes up with the ridiculous answers,
Yeah.
and you're breaking the format of this show.
I'm sorry, but it's the Rumble. It's almost by numbers.
This would be like if Alan Davies on QI just answered everything correctly, and was really smart. you know? Oh, here we go, Bobby Roode. Who is he facing?
Mojo
Rawley.
Rawley. I called it.
Kieran's
I
favourite wrestler. And are we going to see Zack Ryder? Oh no,
Yeah.
Mojo's going away. No, he's
he's
thinking
just-
about
No, he's
it.
just going to punch the ground for a little bit.
Oh my god.
I think you'll find my prediction on that one might stay true.
No, Mojo for the win.
unless Mojo Rawley's celebrity pals there.
Oh, Gronk.
Yeah.
Oh, Mojo's left the ring again. I mean,
He
what
is
is
walking
doing?
over to someone. Oh no, it's not Gronk.
No. Oh god. Right.
Well,
Let's move on.
let's move on.
Quickly.
Mojo. God. Why?
Yay, pre-show.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So
Kane's taking the pin, sadly, and
so we're all
Brock's
in
walking
agreement
away.
there.
There is that. Was there not a leaked image? Braun Strowman holding the Universal title.
there was the
belt
leaked
for a-
image of Braun Strowman holding
for
the
a
Universal
future
title
PPV.
for the Elimination Chamber.
They changed their mind. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
ultimately, what can you say about that?
I was just trying to throw in something there.
Okay.
But yeah.
Let's.
You know what? Screw it, Kane. I'm taking Kane.
What?
I'm taking Kane.
But you just said there was no way that could happen.
Don't care.
Jesus.
Taking Kane.
Right, okay,
Right,
well,
so suddenly
James is gonna
Kane's
win.
pinning Brock Lesnar, is it?
No, Kane's gonna pin Braun.
Braun, obviously.
James is going to win this if you keep doing this. I was only joking.
Oh no,
Right.
no, I'll stick with Brock then. Sorry. I
stick
thought you
with
wanted
Brock.
something crazy. We'll stick with Brock.
No, I'm waiting for your creative mind for this next couple of questions.
Right.
Right, we're moving on to the Rumbles. So we're looking for we're going to go for the Women's Rumble first. And
Is that opening the show, do you think?
I think it should. I think maybe the women's opens and the men's closes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to have two together. and
Get a
it's gonna
few
be weird.
surprise returns to get the crowd going early.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good, and there's potential for this to be an absolutely fantastic match.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, for both the Rumbles, we're wanting three predictions. Who's going to win it? One surprise entrant, which I think you should maybe get bonus points. We'll make that a 2-pointer. If you can actually get
Right,
a
okay.
correct surprise entrant, then we'll make that a double pointer. And whoever gets the most eliminations. So let's start with the surprise entrant, Kieran. In the Women's Rumble, who's your surprise entrant for double points?
Trish Stratus. I don't know if it's a big surprise, but
I'll accept it. She's
Yeah.
not on the active roster. That's the definition.
she was there at Raw 25. She's still a massive
Yeah,
name. She is. Her, China, and Leah are the names of the past when you think of the Women's Championship meaning something.
Yep.
So she's going to be there.
James.
That's one.
I'm gonna go out on one here and say Ronda Rousey turns up. As a
She was the
surprise- a
favourite
surprised Rumble
earlier
entrant.
in the week.
I just you hear all this. She's meeting with Triple H and stuff like
I
that.
really hope she isn't.
And I mean, she's definitely going to be there by WrestleMania. So why not introduce her during the Rumble?
I think it could be good, but I think I worry for Asuka if there's a Ronda Rousey
Yeah.
character kicking around. But anyway,
Unless Ronda goes to SmackDown. Because they did want to set her up against
they're not
Charlotte.
going to do that though, are they?
They
With
want to
that
set her up against Charlotte.
That 3-hour Raw.
Nah,
I thought, yeah, maybe. I mean, that would be good for Charlotte to get a match as big as that.
Yeah.
That would be good. Okay. So you're going Trish Stratus and you're going
Ronda.
Ronda Rousey.
I
Let's
think
go.
Trish Stratus is probably actually more likely on this one. But I think,
I know this is the weirdest
Yeah.
episode. So most eliminations. I guess there's an obvious answer here, but
Yeah.
James, I'll let you go
I've
first.
went with the obvious answer. Asuka.
Asuka.
They're going to make her look strong. They've made her look strong for.
Is it that she
Year and-
looks
year and a
strong
half,
and
yeah.
then gets eliminated surprisingly early, though? Is that what happens?
Do
I
they
don't-
shake it up? Do they surprise us all?
And I reckon she'll be in like the last few.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon she'll make it to the
Definitely.
end.
Even
Does
if
this
at
count as
least.
undefeated streak getting beaten if she doesn't?
Well,
win
if the
tonight?
Battle Royale getting kicked out of that by Eva Marie,
But that was a
by the
while ago,
way,
yeah.
Eva Marie turning up tonight,
No.
are we all expecting that?
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised, but
Already everything, walks down to the ring, her top bursts again, she has to run away. Her
Does
and
that
her,
that guy,
Hawkins
that
never
guy
leave the
who used to
Rumble.
introduce her was like, all right. That guy was
Yeah.
amazing.
that was quite good. I held once or twice that happened. That was quite good.
It was so crap. It was good. Okay, Kieran, most eliminations.
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax.
That's a good shout.
Do they push Nia Jax as the female Big Show? How do you eliminate a woman
Do you not
like
feel
Nia Jax?
sorry for Nia Jax though? For well, they
I mean,
put her in a
at
story
least-
with Enzo. And
yeah,
then
at
it
least-
turns
at
out he
least-
was
At least she's not getting that story with Enzo.
allegedly. Turns out he wasn't a very nice person.
No,
And that chicken soup. I'm not over that chicken soup yet. It was not chicken soup. It was like luminous yellow. Okay, Nia Jax.
Nia Jax will eliminate the most because I think after that they'll try and put her into a different program, basically almost to apologise.
Right.
So like, wow, we'll make you look super strong at Rumble. How about that? That way everybody will forget about the Enzo situation because they'll just be like, Nia Jax knocked out 7 people in the first Women's Royal Rumble.
I wish they had the women's tag titles in by now,
Yeah, that
because
that
you could at least set up some rivalries and stuff like that in the Rumble.
Yeah, well,
that would be great on Raw.
that was a rumor I heard. The Bella Twins were going to come back on Raw 25, introduce these belts.
There's your surprise entrant for the Rumble, the Bella Twins.
Bella Twins, everyone knows they're coming though. Which I kind of feel bad for, like Daniel Bryan and Tyson Kidd standing in the wings just watching
Yep.
both their wives make history and they're no longer allowed to do it. A bit
Yes.
downer for you.
Sad times. Okay, right. So we've done most eliminations and we've done surprise entrant. Final question: who's going to win it? I can't remember who I'm with.
I
Kieran,
think it's Kieran.
who's going to win it? Is it Stephanie McMahon?
Well, she is third favourite currently in the bookies.
That would be the massive middle finger.
It's going to be
Stephanie
like
McMahon
that.
entered
You remember
and
all
won it.
those times where like Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler are at commentary, they just take their top off and all of a sudden they go ring gear underneath. We're getting that from Steph tonight.
It would be a great swerve though if she comes out and then immediately gets eliminated by someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she can only look weak once a year, so she might as well make it tonight.
She would look weak for Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
She would
Yeah.
she would be happily eliminated by Ronda.
I'm going to go left field here again.
Good, we're getting back to normal
Becky
format. now.
Lynch.
I mean, that's a good shout.
That'd be nice.
It would. It'd be a very good shout. However, at the same time, I kind of feel it's going to be a Raw superstar that wins.
Which leads on to me saying that Asuka's going to win it.
Yeah.
I think they're going to keep the undefeated streak sort of thing going, where she's going to win the emotion.
It's the safest bet.
Yeah.
But I just want to...
And I mean, she's going to definitely be in a big match at WrestleMania. So
Oh, yeah.
Her run in the
Bliss.
Rumble just makes sense, I think.
Asuka versus Charlotte would be a good WrestleMania match, but I guess they've got options.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Asuka and we've got Becky Lynch outside shout. Moving on to the men's Rumble, we'll do it the same way. Surprise entrant.
Is it me? Oh, I'm going Undertaker. Was a surprise entrant.
Surprise winner or just surprise?
Surprise entrant. Don't think he's going to win it. I'm kind of hoping John Cena might eliminate him and set up that match for WrestleMania.
Do you really want to see that match? Or do you think you just want to see it because they've advertised it?
No, I just think that's the match that they're going to go with. If Undertaker does wrestle another match.
I would like to see it if it's Undertaker's last match. I'm happy. I think that would be.
Well,
a good
I
last
reckon it probably will be.
Yeah.
if it's just another.
Bobby Roode retains.
There's a surprise.
Thank God.
Sorry. I found Wally. He is in the front row of the Royal Rumble.
Brilliant.
Anyway, as we were saying,
yeah.
What a complete
un-
waste of time that was, isn't it?
I told you it was a pre-show.
so yeah, you think John Cena
I
could
think
retire
I
Undertaker?
I don't know. I still, although I'm not particularly keen on Undertaker wrestling another match, I think it will be against John Cena.
I think that's a good way to end it. I think ending it against him or ending it against Kane makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena seems more likely.
I think John Cena can carry the match a bit more
Yeah.
than Kane can. So
And they've ruined their opportunity to have him retire by putting a younger guy over
Mhm.
because of the Roman Reigns one last year and it didn't really quite
No.
work. Okay, so Kieran,
Surprise entrant we're on right now.
yes,
Yep.
Bubba Ray Dudley.
That's pretty underwhelming. I'm going to be honest with you. We just saw him last week.
I know, but
And
this is
fine,
the
I'll go somewhere else.
This
I'll
is
go
the
somewhere
Philip.
else.
No.
you
It's
stay
No,
with
no,
it,
no,
stay
I'll
with
change.
it.
I'll
It's
change.
probably
It's-
right. It's probably
Look,
right.
I'm going to change.
Probably
I'll
right.
change. It's fine. The return of Jeff Hardy.
Is he
But
fit?
he was playing poker last week. How was
No.
that a surprise return?
Can any just to go back to Bubba?
Yes.
Can anybody explain that Dudley Boys segment in Raw 25
No.
where Heath Slater got fed to them,
Apparently, it was meant to be Enzo Amore.
It was.
but Rhino was like, fair enough. Rhino being pals with the Dudley Boys
Yeah, but Rhino's an old ECW
because
boy.
they were
Yeah,
back in the day.
aye.
Right? But then why did they like hug the Titus brand at the end? Why were the Dudley Boys friends with Apollo and
'Cause
the
they're
Titus at the end?
Because stuff.
They don't have hair. They've got.
Why didn't the Dudley Boys come out and like?
Because of the regrade bros. That's what it's just like.
It didn't make none of it made any sense.
Heath Slater's got kids, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And
Can't be cheap.
Bubba Ray
Why-
Dudley's got a table.
Why did Rhino like clap as he got put
Because
through the
I think
table?
that's just like Rhino was meant to be the crowd. You know, it's like we might like them, but my God, it's good to see the Dudley Boys put someone through a table again.
It was like that show was written in a bit cardboard in 5 minutes to go,
I know.
to be honest.
Back
Anyway,
a fact
right.
paper.
I
as
don't
we
want
used
to.
say.
I don't want to focus too much on that, but that really annoyed me. Right. So who you got? You going with Bubba, or are you going with Jeff? Who do you actually think is going to be in it, Bubba?
I think they'll both be in it.
There's got to be, well, it'd be in Philadelphia, there's got to be a
There's got to be an ECW.
there's got to be an
name in there.
ECW in there.
I tell you what. You think they'll both be in it? I said that's a 2-pointer. I'll give you one for each.
All right, I'll take that bet. I'll go for that.
So you've split. You've kind of done an each way bet
Yeah.
on the double pointer there. So you can get 1 point for Jeff and 1 point for Bubba.
I'll go with that.
There we go.
Sorted.
I'm just making this up.
Hustle, loyalty, respect. All right.
Okay. So we did surprise entrance. Most eliminations.
Most eliminations.
We'll back to you, Kieran, on this one.
I was a bit stuck on this one. I wasn't too sure. I don't think there'll be an overall. No one's getting like 5. Someone might. Was it not last year? Roman Reigns got 2, and that was the most.
Really?
Was it?
There's usually someone who doesn't win, like Kane used to do it every
Yeah.
year. He was
Kane.
just clean house. Or Braun
If-
would have done it if he was in it.
If, as another thing I've got a theory about, if Big Cass comes back tonight, it could be him.
Do you think they'll bring him back while Enzo's still...
No, I think they'll wait until the Raw after Mania to bring him back. But if he came back, it would be him. So I'm gonna say Elias.
Yeah, I love Elias. I'm
I-
totally...
I'm totally down to walk
Yeah.
with the light. Ric Flair's on the TV.
Hey. Surprise entrant right there. Right, okay. You're going most eliminations. Elias. Okay. Could
Yes.
happen.
Back to the predictable answer. Roman Reigns. Most elimination.
'Cause
It's I was looking at the list of like people who've got overall like,
He's quite high
eliminations,
up.
and he's quite high up already.
Because he
So-
had
So you know, got 7 or something.
when he was in the Shield.
He's got
when we
more
were-
now.
No, 1 year he got 7.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
year
it's
he was in the Shield when the crowd were behind him.
Yeah.
Still, and he
Yeah.
eliminated loads of people.
Mhm.
There was the year Daniel Bryan should have come out and Rey Mysterio came out.
Yep.
And he got loads then, and then he won it.
2015?
And then he got
Yeah.
loads when they
Because
got
I believe Reigns will be at, he'll not be number 30 or anything like that this time. I believe he'll be earlier, so I think he's going to get the most elimination.
I think he might be number 30 and then get eliminated. And then everyone goes, boo.
Possibly, yeah.
Though they
I
kind of
just-
did that last year, didn't they?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Orton. Okay. Roman Reigns, Elias Sampson. Moving on to who's going to win the thing.
My turn. Nakamura. I just really want to see AJ Styles versus Nakamura at WrestleMania.
Just while Nakamura is still slightly worth something
Yeah.
before they completely ruin him. Let's
just-
get that
they
match.
need
I have a sensible rebuttal for that.
Right, okay.
Last year,
He's using big words now.
last year, Randy Orton won. Randy Orton, SmackDown. This year they want a Raw person to win.
Well, the rumours are it's a SmackDown person that's winning. But I hope they haven't completely given up on Nakamura already. I hope they just give him this one big match at WrestleMania
Have you seen
that he really needs.
the YouTube video of superstars watching last year's Rumble that they put up this week?
I haven't watched it yet.
No,
I
I've
saw
not-
Randy
I've not-
watching
I've
it
not
though.
seen that.
It's really funny because Randy Orton's watching it himself win, and he goes, and everyone knows that this is the moment where you go into headline WrestleMania as he like eliminates Roman Reigns, and he goes, and of course Randy Orton headlined WrestleMania last year, not Roman Reigns. Oh wait, no, that didn't happen. And he's so mad. He's like, I won the Rumble. I should have headlined WrestleMania. I eliminated Roman Reigns. How did Roman Reigns headline WrestleMania? Not me.
He's got a fair point.
I know. It was. I mean, I think Randy doesn't care.
It's Big Match John who's winning though.
You're going to Big Match John.
Yeah. Yes.
So does that mean he'll equal Austin then?
He will, and then he's going to take Ric Flair's title reign thing. And that's why Ric Flair's there
I mean,
tonight to give his
I'm
reactions
prepared.
after
I'm
the show.
prepared that that's going to happen eventually.
He
It's-
doesn't need to win the Rumble to get it. He could turn up with SmackDown next week and go, AJ,
Yeah,
give
he's
me a match,
he's
lad.
free agent, you know.
Yeah.
Give me a match, lad.
And then if he has
Oi, sir.
excuse me, young man.
Shahoorsir. Geez, a match.
He could if he wanted to.
Right.
But they'll put him over in the Rumble yet again. He'll come in at something like number 28. We'll think we'll make it the whole way through, and then all of a sudden, Wapadu!
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I think that's our predictions
Yeah.
game just about up. So we'll there'll be a short intermission here. We'll play some interesting music, and then
I just
Get-
think about the Monty Python. What is it? Is it Monty Python?
is it meaning
Meaning
of
of
life?
Life? They just have a random intermission.
Intermission.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, it gives everyone a chance to go get an ice cream.
Yeah.
Gives us a chance to edit out the 5 takes it didn't make.
Yeah, this is the good takes. Just remember that. So we'll be back. Really sleepy and probably slurring our words, and we'll see who is correct and who won. And we're back at 4 a.m. in the morning, and the Royal Rumble pay-per-view has just finished. Immediate thoughts, Kieran Brannan.
Like, I was like super hyped, and then that ending is just too confusing.
It was.
I'm genuinely dumbstruck. I don't know if
it
it's
was-
because I'm tired. I
it
don't
was-
know.
Too few words and too much pointing at the end there.
It wasn't.
Point to the sign.
It wasn't entirely clear what was going on, but
No.
I kind of still enjoyed it though. I don't know. I think I was just so happy from what I'd seen earlier on in the night.
Yeah.
I was just happy to go with it. Really.
Will we go through the night as it happened? And
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
probably make sense. So we'll skip the pre-show because we covered that earlier.
yeah,
So we started with the WWE title match, not the Women's Rumble, as we thought. It was
Yeah.
the WWE title match that started it. And AJ Styles retained in controversial fashion,
very
pinning.
controversial.
The referee seems to make a mistake.
Where was the second official from a few weeks ago?
Yeah, which they actually brought up before the SmackDown tag match was the exact same thing happened before,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it got reversed. But this time it didn't.
There wasn't really a real payoff for it later on. I thought they were going to do, when Sami Zayn sort of took Ty Dillinger's spot in the Rumble, I thought there was going to be something there,
Yeah.
but
it's just
nothing happened after
Yeah,
that.
it's just going to be another.
Kevin
little-
Owens wasn't even in the Rumble afterwards. It
Yeah.
was strange.
I like that they referenced it later on. It made it feel like it hadn't been for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, they had
But-
sort of an argument with Shane McMahon, and then
I,
there's obviously going to be more on SmackDown about that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I felt like this was just more of a payoff for Shane McMahon because he got to go, yep, to them.
the problem with that match wasn't what happened tonight. It's probably just that it was a really clunky, strange match.
Yeah.
To make a handicap match, it didn't really make any sense.
No.
No.
It was fine though.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't
It
bad.
was fine.
It was a good enough match. Everybody showed off very well what they can do.
Well,
What more can you say?
Yeah, it was a good reversal of the pop-up powerbomb.
Yeah.
That was fun. And, it seemed to
It's a-
end prematurely, but...
It was fine.
We
Okay,
needed room for the rest of the night.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now, was the tag team title match next? The Usos?
Yes, with the 2 out of 3 falls.
I stupidly said, you never get a 2 out of 3 falls that finishes 2-0. It's
Just-
always 2-1.
That second fall was.
that
it's
second
just-
fall didn't look like it was supposed to happen.
And
No,
almost
there
as
was something
soon as I said that, this is fine to make the Usos look strong. And we were saying that's making them look strong, possibly for a feud with the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah.
That would make the most sense.
But Gable and Benjamin, that's kind of
That
them out the
experiment's
title
over really
picture,
now, isn't
really.
it?
Yeah, I think they'll stick around as a tag team, but they're not a title
I
No.
just,
challengers now.
yeah, that sitting pin was just really, really strange. Like,
I'd rather see Shelton Benjamin accept Bobby Roode's US Open challenge.
Yeah, I mean they're both good workers in the ring,
mm,
but this is the most they've had in terms of storyline, and they got beat twice in one
Yeah.
night,
pretty much.
and they looked really stupid on that second. one.
Yeah, well, it was strange.
Okay. Well, in terms of scores, we didn't do predictions for the tag matches, so it was 1-1 because you both predicted AJ
AJ.
Styles.
Yeah.
And I think we're on to the men's rumble next. Is that right?
Yes, men's rumble.
This was good, wasn't it?
No, this is
It was an
perfect,
excellent rumble.
perfectly
Best rumble.
booked rumble, I think. Yeah.
It's the best one I
Honestly, don't
remember watching. I don't know. I don't want to say ever because I'll immediately go, "Oh no, that
Yeah.
one was better." But the ones I've stayed up to watch, it's the best one I can remember
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
I honestly can't think of a better rumble.
No, off the top of my head, I can't. I'm sure there will be one. But
It was that point near the end of the Rumble where you had John Cena, Randy Orton, and a returning Rey Mysterio in one corner, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, and Shinsuke Nakamura in the other.
And
There
it
was
really
something
yeah,
very
felt
nice
like a
about that.
passing of the torch
Yeah.
Aye.
thing. And that was the point when you thought, oh, they might actually let someone win this. Who's
One of the
not.
new guys win.
Yeah,
Even if like Roman Reigns was on the new guy side of the fence.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I liked the way John Cena and Roman Reigns teamed up to be like the uber heels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are WWE. Fall in line with our rules.
They seemed to know exactly how the audience were going to react for once,
Mhm.
and
It's because
catered the match around it.
Vince McMahon probably didn't have enough to input with this because he's too busy with XFL and
We can only hope. It was an absolutely fantastic match. And sometimes the Rumbles are just a complete mess,
Yeah.
but
you had
fun. But this was a good match.
loads of good moments there. I liked
Yeah.
the Heath Slater stuff at the start.
Heath
I thought
Slater
that
was excellent.
really
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. But especially when people were just kicking him on the way back.
Yeah.
Like Elias was singing a song and kicked him at the same time. Rusev was so over.
Yep.
Rusev's
It's a-
needs a push
It's
for
a
something.
good choice for him to open as well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finn Balor.
The
had a
Iron
Oh yeah,
Man
great
of
he's
show.
Iron Man,
He lasted so long and looked really, really good. His trunks were incredibly tight. It was quite distracting.
Yeah.
And his entrance, his brand new red trunks.
There wasn't much left in the imagination.
No.
New leather jacket as well. The red leather.
Mm.
Yeah. It was that was good. The new Kofi spot
Oh yeah,
Really
that,
good
that
coffee
was good.
spot.
That was good.
A
Landed.
lot
Yeah.
better than last
and a
year's.
pile of pancakes.
Well,
And
one
then was
foot
flipped
on
back into the ring.
1 foot on Xavier Woods, then onto pancakes, then
And then he
Then
kind of got
he got the
flipped.
big flip back in.
yeah.
Great. Loved that. So we had a few predictions for that match. We had the overall winner.
I had Big John. He went out third last.
Yeah, and
So he
James
didn't win.
James gets
I
a
had
point
Nakamura
because
in
he
that
had
one, yeah.
Nakamura. So James is 2-1 up.
The wishful thinking worked out, but I'm telling you, he's not going to be facing AJ Styles at WrestleMania. At least not alone.
Whoa.
Oh, right, okay.
It's too late to start thinking of that. Most eliminations. You said Roman Reigns.
I said
James.
Roman
He
Reigns.
was tied, so you get the point on that as well. I don't think
Is it-
Elias Sampson eliminated anyone.
I don't think he did. No,
No, I don't.
So he lasted
was-
for a long time. Actually.
It was something. It was just someone different. Just thought maybe give him a little try.
So James went 3-1 up. Our surprise entrance, we didn't get any.
No,
No.
it
But
was
this-
the Hurricane.
the surprise
It
entrance,
just-
Rey
Rey
Mysterio, and
Mysterio.
the Hurricane,
Yeah.
and maybe Dolph Ziggler. I don't know if you class that as a
I
surprise.
classed Dolph Ziggler as a
It's
bit
a surprise.
surprise because we weren't entirely sure if he'd retired or not.
That was like a red herring. That
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
It was like, let's put him number 30.
It still feels as though they're just never going to push Dolph Ziggler
No.
No,
whatsoever.
but it was a good number 30 because you kind of went, no. It wasn't like you
Yeah.
went like boo.
No. No. I
Is
was
it-
saying
is
to the number 28 spot, 26 spot. When did Roman come out?
Yeah, he was like
It's- it's-
28 or
yeah, it's
something.
28 or something like that.
Yeah,
It's good.
that did incite the booze.
And only 4 people has ever won it from the teens. That's now 5.
5, yeah. That was a
That's a stat that
that
no
was a
one
stat
needed
that
to
was
know.
thrown out, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so anything else in the male rumble? You want to-
yeah.
Well, Shinsuke started from number 14. That's
and he lasted a long time.
yeah.
He did.
44 minutes and 44 seconds. It said.
I really think that's made him tonight. Like on Tuesday night going into SmackDown, he's going to feel like the guy,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's up to WWE not to waste all that momentum.
I think they need to keep him quiet.
Yeah, I mean him
He
just
doesn't need
shouting
to
out
speak now.
him shouting out AJ Styles at the end was cool, and I don't know
Mhm.
if he needs any more than that.
It's kind of like that time Raw after WrestleMania last year when Roman Reigns just came out after 5 minutes of booing, just flatly say this is my yard now, and that was it. Same sort of effect.
Yeah,
There.
less is
Right.
more.
Yeah.
And then how sorry did you feel for the guys that had to go in the match after that? Because that
Yeah.
felt like the biggest main event, and it was only halfway through the show. They had the Raw tag match after that with Seth Rollins, Jason Jordan.
What
In the
happened
bar.
to Jason Jordan? He
I
seemed to
don't
get
know.
concussed halfway through the match.
The storyline seemed to be he was concussed. The doctors
Mm.
came out and were like, he's concussed, but we're not going to do anything about it.
Which is very un-WWE.
Very under.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins started shouting him at one point for not fighting on,
Yes.
and they lost the tag belts. I'm quite happy they don't have the tag belts anymore
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it was
I
awkward.
just wish they
but-
would have done Jordan like actual heel turn instead of that nonsense that we had.
Yeah, because you're kind of like, if you follow wrestling, logically, you would be like, well, he shouldn't have fought on if he's concussed.
Yeah.
You know, it's strange.
And the crowd was just dead all the way
The
through it.
crowd were asleep,
Yeah.
but I
It
think
was- it
they
was
were going to
pee time
be.
for most of the crowd.
It's not the worst match. It kind of advanced that storyline.
Mhm.
I hope that this isn't a WrestleMania feud, though. I kind of
No,
hope.
hopefully
Yeah.
this is we only have to see the rematch stipulation once on a Raw, maybe this week, maybe next
or
week.
on Elimination Chamber, maybe.
Yeah, and that's it. No more. I do not want to see Seth Rollins versus the Bar in any shape or form for at least 6 months.
Yeah, Jason Jordan. Surely now's the time for him to do the full heel turn and turn on Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
And if Kurt's going to fight at WrestleMania, then that's a nice little
Yeah.
match for everyone. A little family match.
No sign of either Undertaker or Triple H though.
No,
No.
which makes the Triple H Survivor Series incident just ridiculous. But I was quite thankful that we didn't see him. Yeah, no sign of Undertaker.
No.
So the Universal title match after that, or have I missed something out?
No, that's right. That's next.
No,
That
that's
was
next. Yep.
it was good. It was good for what it was.
It was yeah,
entertaining.
Again, it was fine. I'm getting a bit tired of the whole Brock Lesnar thing now.
Yeah, it's
beginning to wear thin.
You've only got a few more months till Roman takes
even
it. It's fine.
even the Paul Heyman promos are getting a bit
one-dimensional.
yeah.
It's because they're a bit expectant now. It's like, it's like, this Sunday, my client, the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion, will eat, sleep, and destroy. Insert name of.
Yeah, I did
Whoever.
describe the ending of Raw 25 as generic Brock Lesnar ending number 3
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it just seems to be the same thing
Oh,
over
the
and over.
locker room separate them. Yeah.
Yeah, the locker room came out and just stood there and then just watched.
I think the thing about tonight's one is it seemed to be setting up a Braun Strowman Lesnar
Yeah.
match that Braun might actually beat him,
I think
Which
it might
is-
happen in a cage.
which is tantalising. That would be great as a cage or a Hell in a Cell
Mm.
match. But everything we're hearing is it's going to be Reigns versus Lesnar.
Yeah.
I hope that does turn out to be untrue. I just after they've gave us AJ versus Nakamura now, so I'm hoping that they'll change that. At least change it up in some way. I mean, they could have Reigns in the main event, they could have Brock in the main event, but find something else
Yeah.
to try and change it up a bit.
Because that Lesnar Strowman match, especially what we haven't spoke about is that strangely realistic moment where it looked like Strowman
Yeah,
kneed Brock in the head,
A
like
bit too hard.
accidentally, yeah, a bit
Yep.
too hard, and Brock decided to
Just
just
punch
punch him
him.
as hard as he could in the temple.
That was real. There was nothing fake about
Yeah,
that.
it was
It's
so
like-
real.
there was a few moments in there where it looked quite.
And
Fury.
It's
punches
like the
thrown.
quote that I have been sticking to when it comes to Brock Lesnar recently. Does he know it isn't real?
yeah, he was. He looked like he was in a strange mood from the beginning. He had that crazy laugh as the bell rang.
Aye,
Yeah.
he didn't want to be there. The fact he was in a match with Kane, I think he was thinking this is stupid.
Yeah, I think it's diminishing returns for Brock Lesnar now.
Mhm.
If they're building him up,
But there was that AJ Styles match and it was brilliant.
But that's because AJ Styles was in it.
But it wasn't because
What
Brock,
did Brock do any different in that match than what he did in any other one? Really?
Brock what Brock does is really, really good and entertaining, but they need to tell an interesting story with it. Because it's a one trick pony. So
Well, no, it's a 5-trick pony. You know.
an F5 trick.
Yeah.
Okay, so you both had Lesnar on that, so that takes it to 4-2 on the scores.
Yeah.
The women's match closed. What's the feelings about the women's rumble closing it generally? They did a good job on the night, at least, in making it feel like that was a big moment.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
I mean,
historical moment.
It's the whole idea, you know, these women are no longer second-class superstars. They have their own Rumble. They have their own Hell in a Cells. They have their own Iron Man matches. Their main event in major pay-per-views. I mean, this is one of the big four.
Yep. It started off a bit flat, but I did pick up towards the end.
A lot of returns.
Yeah, I was saying during it, is there an issue that when you went to watch that pay-per-view on the night, that was the main event, and it was quite a surprise it was a main event, because in the Raws building up to this, it has not felt like a main event match. These characters haven't been invested in, haven't been built up. I mean, Sasha Banks was in there longer than anybody, and what have they done with Sasha Banks recently on TV? She's just kind of been treading water, really.
Bailey again.
Bailey
just got randomly
buried
eliminated.
again.
So
Was that a heel turn from Sasha?
I think it felt
was,
like
yeah, it definitely seemed like it.
at least on the night it was. Whether it carries on into the next week, I don't know. But
Yeah.
That'll be a bit refreshing, I guess.
Because
As opposed to
Sasha
heel.
is an amazing heel.
yeah.
So
So what did we have for the surprise returns? Kieran, you had Trish,
I had Trish.
who looked really good actually. She
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
look like
really
she'd missed
strong.
a step at all, and
Yeah.
looked like she could have won it.
Took him with 2 points for that.
Yeah, do you get 2 points? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the agreement on that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's 4-4.
Aha.
I had Ronda. Now, technically,
Ronda didn't return
Like,
for the
just-
Rumble, did
No.
she?
she just returned just slightly after
Well, she
the
did
Rumble.
return for the Rumble.
Now, I hate to bring up a technicality, but I did say surprise entrant. So it's 4-4, but that's a good point.
That's fine, because I came what's coming next anyway. So.
The other surprise entrants we had
It's Vicky Guerrero.
Vicky
Oh,
Guerrero
God.
just
Yes.
shouting.
Excuse me!
It was
It's-
fine for what it was, I guess.
I guess.
Michelle McCool.
Gemma Cool.
Yeah.
Molly Holly.
Molly Holly was a good one.
Yeah,
She was surprisingly.
Lita.
Kelly. Lita.
Kelly
Lita was
Lita.
excellent. A
Yeah.
bit slow, but still really good.
Yeah, her moonsault, her head was dangerously close
Yeah.
to the mat. I
Was
was
it?
a bit worried. Yeah, they kind of paced it well. I would say if I had to say have one critique, it would be that the legends seem to get more time than the current
Mhm.
superstars, other than Asuka and Sasha Banks.
And Nia Jax.
Nia Jax got pretty well
Yeah,
protected.
Becky
she
Lynch as
did.
well for quite a lot of that match.
She was in there for a while.
Yep. And Naomi had a good spot, a kind of Kofi.
Yeah, she had a
Kingston
Kofi
Yeah,
esque
that
Kingston
was a
moment,
Kofi
yeah.
spot, yeah.
And it was nice that they did that. I think they did as much as they could to make it seem as like it was on a par
Hmm.
Yeah.
with the male match. The worst thing to me was Stephanie McMahon on commentary.
She wasn't really on
it's-
commentary. She
There
was
was
sitting like,
yeah, just every few moments you just pipe up with
it's like,
rubbish.
oh my
and then
god,
you-
look at Sasha.
Yeah, she didn't.
That's what it was like.
Ah,
midway through.
over there.
She was very flat, I thought, as a commentator.
Yeah.
It definitely made sense to have a woman on commentary
Yeah.
Yeah.
for it.
Should have been Renee Young.
Renee Young. She could have called play by play.
What was the
Yeah.
point in Maria Menounos calling two
She got
superstars
booed so
entrance?
much? Yeah, she got
Yeah.
booed so much.
Never didn't understand that one.
Yeah,
Jojo. Just got used to Jojo now. It's
yeah. So we did surprise entrance. Most eliminations. Who did you both have?
I had Nia Jax.
You had Nia Jax. Who did Nia Jax win in the end? Most
She drew
eliminations.
with Michelle McCool.
Which is,
Yeah, I
I mean,
think
Michelle
she
McCool
did
got
that.
a lot of eliminations.
Both of them
Yeah.
got 4.
And that's
I'll take you-
surprising, isn't it?
I need to check that one, but I'm pretty sure it was a tie between Michelle McKill and Nia
Well,
Jax.
we'll go with that, which means Kieran's 5-4 up.
Right.
And the overall winner, James got Asuka.
Asuka.
Your pick, Becky Lynch.
I was hoping for something we weren't expecting.
So, does that bring us to 5-5?
Does
It does.
Wow, I should have come up with some kind of tiebreaker. Wait now. Wait now. I've got it. To the nearest minute, how many minutes has Chris Jericho spent in the Royal Rumble cumulatively?
Oh, Buzz.
I'll let you both have a guess,
All right, don't have to buzz in. All right.
and then whoever's closest can win.
96.
96 minutes
Yes.
total.
Total ever in the Royal Rumble.
Right, James, you need to get closer than 96.
Yeah.
I feel like you will.
I feel like it's in like the 3.5 hour mark.
Well, he spent an hour in it last year.
Yeah, and he's had a few.
Yeah.
96.
Right, okay.
Right, okay.
I'm definitely not just looking this up. So then, obviously, what happened at the end was Ronda Rousey.
Turning up,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the general?
Yeah,
takes
but
on
like
that?
she like
Well,
She was dressed
But
as
they-
Roddy
they-
Piper as well.
yeah.
they
like
did this
Hot
whole
Rod
thing.
Rousey.
They did this whole thing where it's like, the winner of the women's Royal Rumble match gets to pick which title she goes after.
Yeah, Asuka never even picked.
So
It just-
then, all of a sudden, after Asuka's pointed at the WrestleMania sign for a little bit, Becky Lynch, my God,
yeah, she got eliminated.
Charlotte and
Just face it.
Charlotte and Alexa Bliss both came into the ring, held up their titles, waiting for Asuka to pick, and then Joan Jett, Bad Reputation started playing, and out
Yeah.
came Ronda Rousey to
Point
dressed as
at the sign.
Hot Roddy Piper, and the writing on our Titantron was Hot Roddy Piper's writing.
Yeah,
It's like they went up to her and said, "Who was your favorite wrestler when you were younger?"
yeah. She was
And she's
apparently a wrestling fan. So
So she's probably just went, "Oh, I used to love Hot Rod because I used to like Piper's Pit or something."
I
like
like that. I liked the whole thing.
Mhm.
I thought the way I read it was she was offering like an alternative. So it was like, Asuka, you can choose between Alexa Bliss or Charlotte. And Ronda Rousey came in and went, or you could fight me.
No, I kind of feel like she said, "I'll take Charlotte, you take Alexa, deal."
the way I thought it was like if Asuka picks, Rousey's facing whoever
The other one.
the other one.
Well, there's 3 completely different
Yeah.
takes of it. That's how clear it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a real. In any other year, you would suspect that the Nakamura moment winning that Rumble would have closed
Yeah,
the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And that you kind of feel for the Women's Rumble a bit, that the first time in years that the Men's Rumble has really nailed it and been absolutely fantastic, and would be the perfect way to close the pay-per-view.
yeah.
It didn't, and they had to close it, and
Yeah.
it was a hard one to live up to. But it wasn't bad. It
Oh
was
no, I'm
pretty
not saying it was
entertaining.
a bad
It's-
Rumble at all. It was entertaining enough.
It was a great
It was
moment.
good to see them back. It was good to see Trish and Mickey James square off in the ring for the first time in a while.
Yeah, there was a lot of. It was a strange one to watch when the whole story of the women's revolution has been them abandoning the so-called divas and
Yeah.
the things that
Yeah.
used to go on then.
For Tori
It was
Wilson
strange to
come
have
back.
like Tori Wilson, come
Yeah.
out.
Tori Wilson and
Kelly,
Kelly.
the Bellas.
It was
Mickey's
a bit.
tried recently. Right, I'm not saying she's cracked it, and I'm not saying it at all. I'm saying that she tried in her last run
Well, the
to
Bellas.
be a wrestler.
They did well to kind of hold ship at the end.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, though, it was weird that Asuka ended up with them,
Yeah.
who are not current.
It's because they're the names, whether
I
we like
guess-
to admit it or not.
They're
the names
the
little
reality
girls know.
TV
Yeah.
stars.
Yeah.
So it was a kind of mixed bag, that one. I think it was positive. It was good.
Best Rumble I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah. But I think that one match, maybe the best men's Rumble ever,
Yeah.
Yep.
and
It's up there.
definitely the best women's Rumble ever. And definitely the best Colonel Sanders Rumble.
The
ever.
Colonel,
it's
the Colonel Sanders Rumble in the middle to decide who's going to be the next
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders, and it's Ric Flair. Just in case you didn't cover it, it's Ric Flair.
Who was meant
it?
to be in that? He was meant to be in the one with Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Was it? But he fell ill. Chris Jericho cumulatively has been in for 4 hours 58 minutes.
Is that
So
honestly how long he's
4
been?
hours
That's
58 minutes. He's the record holder. So James takes another 1 point victory,
Yes.
6-5. I mean, that's it's 2 narrow defeats, Kieran.
Oh, it is. We'll pull
So
it
was
back
it-
in the
was
later
it
half of the
Ni-
week.
Was it 96 minutes? Did you say?
96
I think it's been longer than 96 minutes in the past 2 Rumbles.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
he's lasted a long time. Anything else before we sign off?
I think that's it. For,
I think that's it. Eh?
Oh, I'm so tired.
Yep, I can
It's a good
really
night.
do with some sleep. Right?
Okay.
And don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at 3WMW Pod, or head on over to Facebook and search 3 Wise Men of Wrestling.
All the best.